Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi from the Arid Zone, and we are now under Mercury Retrograde. Now, to those of you who joined my channel, if you don't know what Mercury Retrograde is all about, let me give you a little hint. It's like a train. Train goes that direction non-stop. And God said to the train drivers, slow down, stop, and put it in reverse. Because there is a lot of people who miss the train or the boat, right? So the idea of Mercury retrograde is to give you an opportunity to, since life goes so fast in one direction, to reevaluate, look inside, and ponder a lot of questions about life and about everything. And Mercury retrograde is also designed, since Mercury rules every moving part, to break everything around you. Everything that moves, who don't move, everything that has wheels, transportation, communication gets screwed up. You're trying to go one place, the next thing you know, the road is blocked, there's construction, there's an accident. And do I know, since I work currently and provisionally at FedEx. So in my case, I cleaned the filters on my pool. Next thing you know, the tap just broke down. A little part. If Mercury was not retrograde, your garage, your mechanic, all the people that work for you would have no jobs. So be ready for a hell of a lot of frustration. The idea, of course, is to be calm, is to realize that's what God planned. Every 3 months, you're going to have that train going back. And an opportunity, again, to reevaluate your life, to make decisions that you made too fast. Maybe those decisions were not exactly good. An opportunity, again, to jump into your past and meet people you haven't seen forever. It's an interesting time. So just pay attention to what I'm saying right now. And without any further delay, let's get into the newsletter. The newsletter, it's pretty obvious. The title is August SOS to the World, Mercury Retrograde Predictions. So I give you an idea. So Mercury retrograde means also the affairs and the people of the past will surface. Back in January 2017, a $10 million cash withdrawal drove secret probe into whether Trump took money from Egypt. Be sure he did. But there is a lot of stuff like this that's going to bring the past alive again. Also, something you have to be aware of, the data that I'm offering are different than the data that are offered in modern astrology, which is literally loaded with mathematical jargon. And that's why modern astrologers tend to miss the entire picture looking at a tree. Divine astrology had 10 days before and after the data. As I said earlier, I was on my way back from Maryland, the East Coast, man, we had more accidents, we had more construction, all the way to Phoenix, where we had accident that stopped us moving forward. So just to give you an idea, everything that moves, everything that goes forward will be slowed down and even stopped. So don't panic, don't get upset, because that's how you will get into an accident yourself, by being frustrated. Okay. Now, as you know, again, I worked for FedEx, and on my day off, like today, I take care of an endless chain of consultation of Zoom with my large worldwide clientele from home. And then I have all sorts of things to fix at home. I did my roof, and there is a lot of things that was left unfinished. So I'm going to go painting, I'm going to be fixing, I'm going to be using both my head, my hands, and my tools. And that is Mercury retrograde at work. So be ready. Again, the idea for me to work for FedEx is to invest in a yacht. and start my Lady of the Seas charter in Florida. And in the future, meet with so many of you during the holiday times, okay? And then having a fantastic time, looking at the stars, talking about ETs, and then snorkeling and looking at the sunset and the sunrise, having some great time on the sandbars. Okay, this is a wonderful time that I have ahead when the head of the dragon moves in Pisces. Again, Pisces means oceans, exotic place, boating, and Dr. Turi in your life, since I am a Pisces. Since I'm on the road, of course, I cannot regularly offer you all the SOS to the world daily window as I used to do, but I always give an hint. You see, on my last newsletter, I wrote the next new moon in Cancer enunciate the beginning and ending of important phases of life for every human being stuck on Earth. That's what I left you with, because it needs more explanation, which we are going to elaborate. Now, as I said, we just came out of a beginning and ending of important parts of life, and the international news prove again the validity of my predictions using quatrains and obvious keywords. The news: the 3 Americans freed in an historic prisoner swap face a challenging road ahead. Again, do you think those people are facing a new life after ending this Russian jail nightmare? You see, how more precise can I be, giving you the exact timing and 1 month ago, or when those guys were going to be released, by looking at those windows. Surprise, new beginning. Okay, since we are now into a different window. But this is a surprise. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin abruptly revoked a plea deal. Okay, in a surprise memo he quietly released Friday, Austin said the responsibility for such significant decisions should rest with me. Again, surprising new beginning. U.S. sending aircraft carrier warship and fighter squadron to the Middle East. Now, do you think this is a new phase, a new beginning of the war in the Middle East? Do you think a war is underway, expanding out there? Well, the quatrain and the keywords don't lie. Okay. Simone Biles win 3rd gold medal at Paris Olympics. What will happen to her or for her, or even the sport, now that she won so many gold medals? There is something going on with this happen during this window. At the end of Roe, a new beginning for maternity homes. That doesn't need any explanation. You could see the keywords and the way I work using Nostradamus quatrains and keyword. Again, if you read Kamala Harris, U.S. first female president prediction, and keep an eye on my latest SOS to the world daily window, the day that I give, and the one for August today, 1, 2, 3, means also to expect a large earthquake. Okay, and that just transpired. They are below. You're going to see it in a minute. And all those collected news speak once again of my undeniable UFO predictive legacy that changed me completely in being able to see the future like Nostradamus used to do. The reality is your donation in tax dollars given to the stubborn scientific community should be used in tandem with my cosmic work, since my timing has and will always be proven to be impeccable. Now, how can those educated idiots, as I name them, do the same type of research with their sophisticated electronic equipment for years and expect different results? That's the stupidity by excellence from scientific community. Invest in me and my astrological work instead. Shame on the USGS. Go and read what happened. Again, I may sound redundant to many of you, but many of you have joined and never read about my prediction and my connection with USGS of earthquakes well above 7.8. Read it and why they should be ashamed for never, ever responding to me. So we are now in a shocking, explosive window, and this means shocking news shocking videos, explosion and large earthquakes. Aries, the quadrant, and the obvious keywords. Again, those that are enlightened represent the news that just transpire. Body earthquakes, where we had a few. Okay, we had a 6.3, we had a 6.8, and on the second, we had another 6.8, and on the 29, a 6.0. And of course, hurricane watch issued for part of Florida as forecast to call for Debbie to strengthen. Okay, remember, I predict all this well before the formation of any hurricane. Explosion, the keyword explosion is also enlightened. Okay, 32 people were killed after suicide bomber target beach restaurant in Somali capital. Explosion. Discovery, the very old and the very new. Archaeologists crack open a 2,000-year-old coffin in Italy. Okay, since our non-cosmic conscious scientists know nothing of divine astrology, they cannot make any relationship between the symbol and history. It is obvious to me that the buried famous person was a Sagittarius and knew all about God cosmic design well before Christianity was invented, created, and accepted as a major religion, and the divine or astrology was cast aside. That's the sign of Sagittarius. You could see God cosmic design. You could see the dragon. All that I'm talking about and trying to rekindle my mission. Again, if you read the quatrain below, it's in my vision for the Middle East, religion and the future can easily be perceived by smart and curious people. Indeed, Jesus was teaching astrology. The quatrain that I made is very clear. A lot of water is going to come down, okay? I don't have to elaborate. It's self-explanatory. A hell of a lot of things is coming involving religion. And the Middle East will have to be completely restructured. And that means also oil, gas, anything to do with Neptune and Pisces. And I wrote this in June 2024. And again, my window depicts serious natural disaster. Hurricane watch issued for part of Florida. Again, okay, during my windows. Like all previous hurricanes, I gave the date well before their formation in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. I gave the date well before. And becoming a VIP to the Cosmic Code private website will offer those dates full month ahead of your travel and planning, so you can either reschedule or be extremely careful during those days, since life does not stop. Is your life worth knowing and respecting God's cosmic design and avoiding costly and heavy penalty? That's up to you. There are smart people out there. Those who are not exactly smart also. But if you do not take the time to read, check my claims, how can I help you build more cosmic consciousness? There are so many psychic and prophet wannabe out there. And if you land on something tangible, dated, well-documented, and factual as mine, as a responsible human being, it is your duty to share it widely, okay? And bring yourself good karma in the process. Again, another prediction I made for those who just landed on my YouTube channel, okay? You can read the prediction that I made for Melania Trump, and you can see the full word here, assassination. That was, what, 4 years ago? It happened no long ago. Well, there is more. I can only hope to be wrong in another prediction I made about the former president that was published on July 21st, 2024. Okay? I mentioned in this newsletter that Trump is a jewel and is prone to suffer another assassination attempt on his life. You can read more about the vision, okay, if you click on this link. Again, the FBI and the police and everybody else should take my warning very seriously, because since then, a Florida man arrested for allegedly death threat against Trump and Vance, and a Texas woman who traveled to DC arrested for allegedly making threat against Trump. It's there. Now, he is a very, very big guy. He's known all over the world, both of them, okay, including Kamala Harris. And when you own such a high position, You also are going to attract the reptilians infected lost souls who want to make history by killing those politicians. This is what happened with this 20-year-old. It was not a it was not God saving Trump. It was a depressed, reptilians infected kid who could not use God thanks for that gun properly. They missed his target, and the president didn't die. So that's, you may call it lucky, I call it fact. A lost, depressed, suicidal soul. That's what it was. And there is more to it. Again, the prediction that I have for the future, including UFOs, for humanity are not for the faint at heart. It can only be available for our VIPs. So here, click here, join, or email to Raya. She's got so much to offer like me. So just email is right here. You know, just what you have to do. All right, now, you've been patient. We're going to do the Universal Tarot. And then we're going to see what this type of window is going to bring to you. All right. I don't know which one it is. I'm not cheating. Okay. I have no idea. Get going. Okay, you're hanging down. You're waiting for my prediction to unfold. You're waiting for something. You're stuck. That's what this is. Again, Mercury retrograde. You want to go forward, but you can't. Maybe you made the wrong decision. Okay. Now, the idea is to pay attention to all I'm saying and remember, even if you feel stuck, there is no accident. Okay. So I'm going to put you back on your feet, meaning get the grounding, the information, the cosmic information. Understand God, cosmic design. Understand Jesus in his cosmic ministry. Untangle yourself away from stupidity, from fear, from ignorance, and religious poisoning. Okay. And then once you're back on your feet, since you're going to make progress, pretty much like me, stuck right now. I'm working my hard. I'm working so hard to get things going. I am being stopped, spending money left and right for things that we can't always control, but that's how it is. The money is there. Got things for that. Okay. We're working hard, like you, to make a living, but you don't need to get upset. You don't need to be frustrated because Mercury has a very specific purpose. Okay? The planet of communication and transportation going backwards will give you headaches. Believe me. But again, it could also be, and it is, what I know, just some blessings in disguise. All right. Yeah, Dr. Turi, will like your work. Give me the thumb up. Join again. Show me that you care, okay? Share my work and tell them God bless all of you. See you again next week. Bye-bye.